The what?
Activities. You play game, you watch the dishes, you play football.
Now I'm watching my I'm watching my television.
I watched I watched the past tense. I watched my television. Okay?
All
Okay,
right.
that is pretty awesome. You watch a TV program. You know, teachers would love to watch TV programs on how to improve the speaking skills and also on how to interact with students. That is the more the movies I love to watch every day. So can you tell me the types of movie you like to watch?
Um, I mean, sometimes I watch Harry Potter. You
Harry
know that movie.
Potter. Oh, I love Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. It's so interesting. So where did you stop? Where did you stop in the Harry Potter?
What you saying? Um, my internet is pretty bad, and I can hear you clearly.
Okay, okay. I need to move closer. Where did you stop in the Harry Potter movie? Where did you stop? Uh,
I forgot about it.
you forgot about that. Okay, it's fine. Okay, it's fine. So how is the weather in Vietnam today? In my country, the weather it's sunny. So how is the weather in Vietnam today?
I'm feeling like it's pretty cloudy today.
Okay, okay, okay. So can I see your homework, please?
Just you know that the reason why I joined this late just because that I thought it's 8:30, so at that time I'm trying to do my homework.
Oh no, not again. No, I'm so disappointed. The previous time you didn't do your homework. Today also you also didn't do your homework. I feel so bad.
I
What do you
mean,
have
I
to say to
have
Teacher Smith?
Mr. Smith.
Just say
Yeah.
sorry.
Come on, let me explain. Come on.
Okay, okay, explain. Okay, explain.
I'm not trying to commit it. I'm not trying to commit the crimes. I'm not a criminal. Okay. So like I'm graduating. If you know, you know. It's summer, so 3 days ago I'm graduate my class 8. You know, graduated. I'm celebrate and my family celebrating too. They give me gifts and money to buy things I want.
Okay,
And just you
okay, that
know,
is all.
and just you know, after the graduate, you know, you far away with your friends, with your classmates. So I just met him again.
Okay, that is also. You know, I understand the reason why you forgot to do the homework now. I understand, so it's fine. So now I can you see the textbook?
Textbook.
Yes, can you see the textbook? This is where we
Well,
stop in research lesson. So we need to read the comprehensive passage. Then we will answer the question. Read the comprehensive passage, then we'll answer the question. How students should have work experience. This is trying to tell us that all the students all over the world should have work experience. So I want you to read the passage.
Before I'm reading that, I have a question. Who the hell is in army? Why is there another one? I'm just asking.
Pardon?
Like, why there's more than two of us? Like, who the hell is the third one?
Okay,
Dumb
okay,
one?
okay, okay. I think that is my boss. I think so. That is my boss. I am
What do you mean?
asking this. Okay, I think that my boss, she want to be sure if you will be coming to class.
All right. All right.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Con tắt cái YouTube cho mày.
Hello. Okay. Okay, I want you to read the passage.
All students should have work experience in many countries. Middle school students have work experience for 1 or 2 weeks. They work at companies or other business. This experience can be very helpful. Should all Korean middle school students have work experience too? People say that students should have work experience. First, they can find out what it is like to work in a shop. If workers don't do their jobs well, they will get their job or they may be fired. Students need to learn about this. Second, students can try a job that they want to have. After experiencing the job, they can decide whether they really want to have the job. If they don't like a job, they can think about getting a different job. Other people say that a work experience is not useful for middle school students. First, work experience is too short. They can not learn much in 1 or 2 weeks. Therefore, it is better for them to stay in school and study. Second, companies that don't let students do important work. This is because the students may make errors. As a result, students on work experience usually waste their time doing simple jobs. They may make copy or photocopy documents.
Okay. In many countries, middle school students have work experience for 1 or 2 weeks. They work at the companies or other businesses. This experience can be very helpful. Should all Korean middle school students have work experience too? Some people say that students should have work experience first. They can find out it is like to work in the real job. If workers don't do their jobs well, they will get a lot of trouble. They may be fired. Students need to learn about this. Second, students can try a job that they want to have. After they experience the job, they can decide whether they really want to have the job. If they don't like the job, they can think about getting a different job. Other people say that work experience is not useful for middle school students. First, work experience is too short. They cannot learn much in 1 or 2 weeks. Therefore, it is better for them to stay in school and study. Second, companies don't let students do important work. This is because the student may make errors. As a result, students on work experience usually waste their time doing simple jobs. They may make copy or photocopy documents. So this is what the person is talking about. The person is talking about the student having experience, and also the person is trying to explain in details why the reason why students need to have a work experience, and the other reason they don't need to waste their time having work experience. So now let's answer the question here. How long does most work experience last? How long?
Well,
Chờ tí, chờ tí.
around 1 or 2 weeks.
Okay, 1 or 2 weeks. Do you think you can learn?
But it
Do
might
you
be
think you can learn a
Chờ
what? Do
tí.
you think you can have work experience within 1 or 2 weeks?
Well, you saying?
Do you think you can learn or you can have work experience within 1 week or two?
What is it?
Do you think you can learn or you can have work experience within 2 weeks?
Oh, well, let me put my earphone first. All right, can you speak again?
I just want to know, I want you to answer the question. Do you think you can have work experience within 2 weeks?
No.
Also, no, because for you to have a lot of work experience, you need to work agile. You need to have you need to participate in it. You need to go further in it. Number two, what happens if workers don't do their jobs well?
They get fired.
What happens when workers don't do their jobs well?
They get fired.
Also, okay, you know, it's kind of hard to be fired. You need to work very hard for you to take care of your family. The next one,
I mean, like students can just switch their job or like do a different job if they don't like to participate job. That
okay, what can students do if they don't like a particular job? What do you think the students can do if they don't like the particular job?
just switch it.
What do you think the students would do if they don't like the job they apply to have experience? What do you think students would do?
Well, I guess they just quit it or like they switch it to a different job.
Awesome. Okay, the students won't be able to learn because they don't like the job. Okay, the more you have the passion for the job, the more you will be serious for the job, and the more you will have a passion for the job. Number four, I want you to read number four and tell me your opinion. Read number four and tell me your opinion.
I guess that experienced job. No, like you do it around 1 or 2 weeks just to know about what you have to do and how hard to earn money. But it's better for students to stay in school because they only do some simple tasks. Many companies don't let students to work some important work because they can make some errors.
That is pretty
And
awesome. Um, sometimes the company might just allow the students to just stay in the company or stay in the organization without doing anything. So sometimes the student might just have to make copy or do some photocopy of documents. So with these, the student will not have the experience, and 2 weeks is not enough for students to have a work experience. So I think students should just stay in school, study more in school, And maybe at the end of the day, at the end of the semester, at the end of the school time, the student might have a lot of experience at the school, a lot of knowledge at the school also. That is also number five. Number five.
Uh, just that work experience is not that even good. Like work experience doesn't actually give students to like the experience of the work because as I'm saying, companies does don't you know let students to do some important work because they sometimes make errors. And errors don't make benefit to them. So they all and so companies usually just let them do some simple task. So just waste the time to do some trash task around, not help them to experience the work.
That is awesome. You tried, okay? You tried. So the question says, why do students and work experience usually waste the time? I think you've said all about your opinion is right, okay? Which I believe yes, it's right. The company might just allow the student to do this little task, and without doing the other tasks. And the more they make mistakes, the more they will learn from the mistakes. And also, the company just allow the students just to do the simple tasks, to sit all day without having any experience. So now the next one is a vocabulary check. Complete each sentence with one of the words below. Number one,
Uh, Number one photocopy.
yeah, number one, okay. I want you to read and, impute the answer.
When you photocopy something, you make a paper copy of it.
Okay,
Number
when you photocopy something, you make a paper copy of it. Okay, your answer is a photocopy. Okay, let's see if you are right at the end of the day. Number two,
let
okay,
per
let's.
but
Number three, the actual
mm,
reader dash fully knows the sentence.
number
Okay, number
three
three,
a document
okay, number four,
business is
businesses. That is awesome. Number five,
fires.
fires. That was pretty answer. You answered all the questions correctly, okay? You answer the question correctly. That is pretty awesome, okay? So now let's
Okay.
go to the next one now. Let's go to the next one now. The next one is opinion practice. We need to see the supporting opinions. The supporting opinions. Let's go. Number one,
Number one is number one is D.
number one, B. Okay. Number two,
Number two is B.
number two, B. Number three,
Number three is A.
number four.
Number four file is C.
Okay, C. Now let's go. Supporting opinions. The first one, middle school students should not work with others because they are still children also. Okay, because they are still children. So the middle school, when you work with adults, it's not advisable because the adults might have to do some adult activities, which the middle school students should not be with the adults. Number two, students shouldn't waste their time having work experience because they will not learn any important skills also. Okay, they won't learn any important skills. That's right. Number three, it is important for students to have a work experience because they can see what it is like to work in a company. That is awesome. That is pretty awesome. And number four, work experience can help students to get jobs because companies may ask the student to work for them when they are older. That is pretty awesome. You got it correctly, which I'm super happy. I'm super happy. Now we go to the refuting opinions. Okay, let's see refuting opinions.
Okay, okay. Number one seems unbelievable. Uh, I guess number one A.
A. A.
Hold up.
I showed you the previous time. If you want to answer the question, you need to read the answers first. You need to read number one, number two, number three, number four. You read, you understand, then you read A, B, C, then D. Then before you decide or before you attempt to answer the question, okay? So now I want you to read again.
I'm just speaking first and changes. Oh, number three is C.
Okay, number three, work experiences are real, is really enjoyable. I don't think so. Students often get tired because they need to work. Okay,
Hmm. Number two is D.
okay, number two is D.
Two, not three.
Two, I know, two.
Well, I guess number four is A, and number one is B.
Awesome. That is awesome. Okay, number one is B. That is pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. I'm super happy because you see now, all you need to do, the first thing you need to do, read the first question, and the second thing, read the second question. Then you try to understand and try to impute the both together. Then you will be able to answer the question. That is a pretty awesome. So now let's go to the next one now. The next one is the opinion example. Read the opinion and answer the question. So I want you to read the opinion, the supporting opinion, and the opposing opinion. Read.
But Korean middle school should have work experience. First, students can learn more about working in companies. They can learn about particular jobs. They can
See,
also learn important skills such as how to organize their work. Second, work experience can help students to get jobs when they get older. This is because a company always needs workers. If they lack a student's work, the business can offer a job to that student.
Now that's pretty awesome. The next one,
Korean middle school students do not need work experience. First, middle school students are young teenagers. They are too young to work with adults in a real company. Students are still learning and make many errors. Students will be worried about making mistakes during their work experience. Second, students don't learn any new or important skills. Company will not spend a lot of time and money training students. This is because the students will go back to school in 1 or 2 weeks.
that is pretty awesome. Okay, now that's pretty awesome. This is pronounced particular, particular gerb, a specific gerb. Okay, so now let's go to the next one now.
All right.
The next one is the first thing we need to do here is to circle the main idea in each opinion. I told you the previous time we need to just look for the main idea, circle the main idea in each opinion. The main idea, the main idea. Okay, so let's
Uh,
go.
uh, the main idea of supporting opinion is that Korean middle school students should have work experience. You hear me?
Yes, I do. I'm just trying to circle the main idea. The opposing opinion. Can you tell me the main idea in the opposing opinion?
Opposing opinion is that Korean middle school students do not need work experience.
Okay, oh, that's awesome. So now let's go to the next one now. The next one is underline the supporting ideas in each opinion. The supporting ideas in each opinion.
All right. Scroll up a little bit. All right. The supporting ideas in supporting opinion is that students can learn more about working in companies. They can learn about particular jobs
That is pretty
and
awesome.
second is work experience can help students to get jobs where they are older.
Okay, that is awesome. So did you did you watch the Champions League final?
You mean?
The football? Oh no, I forgot. You don't like football. You know, yesterday Arsenal and PSG played the final, the Champions League final yesterday, and the PSG are the winners. They won Arsenal, making it the second time they will be winning the Champions League. My favorite club is Arsenal. I felt so bad. Arsenal lost. I felt so bad. You know?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel this.
yeah. You
It's like
know, when your favorite club lost a game, I feel so bad. But it is what it is. In a game of football, you have the winner and also you have the loser. So my favorite club was the loser. So it's fine.
all right.
Okay, now let's continue with the first stage. Let's continue with the first stage. Number three, can you think of some examples to support the ideas in each opinion? You think about some examples.
All right. Mm, In supporting opinion is that work experience. The idea I give it is in supporting opinion is that work experience actually very helpful to students because they give the students to know how to organize themselves, the schedule, the time, okay, and work experience also gives the students know what they have to do about that work.
They need to know the particular things they need to know about the work. They need to have an insight of what they need to do. That is all, sir. What about the opposing opinion?
Well, opposing is that work experience doesn't really help students because they sometimes that work really doesn't fit with with that student, so maybe they switch to different job, and work experience is too short for students. It's just last last at 1 or 2 weeks, no more no less, just too short.
No more or less, just too short. That is pretty awesome. Okay, so what game did you play today? What game did you play today?
I'm playing some FPS game.
Okay, FBS
Like,
game.
so I don't even know why you're asking that kind of question. I don't really know what's the point.
I just want to know the game you played today. You know, you said you've been watching the TV all day, so I was just like curious. Maybe you play game. You know, most of my students in Vietnam love playing they love playing games just like uh the Roblox. The Roblox um forgotten the name of the other forgotten the name of the other game most of the students in Vietnam love to play mostly. So do you play Roblox?
I mean, sometimes I just play with my little brother.
Ah, why don't you play with your friends?
Uh, I play in the in before that.
Okay, okay. So now the next one is a discussion. We have to discuss this question in group, okay? The both of us we share our opinions on this question. What can students do if they don't like their work experience?
Told you, they just quit it or like switch to another job or different job.
Okay, just quit. And this we are talking about work experience. So you just want to quit just like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first thing you can do is maybe you can just change the work environment, and that would be better. You know,
Alright, if you say so.
what do you think about changing the work environment or quitting? Which do you think is better?
Mm, well, yeah.
You guess what? I just wanted
Guess,
to
yeah.
choose from the bold option I just gave you. Okay, change the work environment or quit.
I don't really know about it.
Which do you think would be better? I want you to answer the question.
I mean, like, I don't really know the answer. I can't tell.
I'm kind of I'm kind of confused about your answer, okay? They
Feel
said, what can students do if they don't like their work experience? Yes, the last time you said the students should quit, but I think, in my opinion, quitting is not necessary, okay? The best thing you can do, since you need to have a work experience, you just need to have an experience in the work before the real life work. So I think maybe if you change the work environment, you might like the work. You might, pick interest in the work. So what do you think?
I mean, I told you I don't really know about it because, like, maybe this time or this day they'll like it, but if they work it long enough, around 3 days, 1 week, or like 2 weeks, maybe they'll just adapt it.
Okay. Okay, it's my number two.
Mm,
Two,
uh, not really, not
do you
really,
think you get more by having work experience? What do you
not
think?
really, not really.
Why? Why do you think? Why did you say not really?
Well, first of all, we are students, we are teenagers, we're still young. We can do
Okay.
some complicated work this week, and even if we can do it, but maybe we still can make the mistakes, the errors. So many companies, companies don't let us to do some that kind of work. They just let us to do some simple task that not really worth it. Just doesn't gain you any experience of it.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Number three.
Mm.
Number three.
Well, no. My answer is no. Because like
Students
students,
work in hours as other during work experience.
to be honest, students not as same as adults because adult is me. Adult means of- they officially grown up. They live for everything difficult. They have grown everything. Everything is fine. If like you max up a level, just like video game. Come on.
Okay. Okay, I understand. So let's go to number four. Number four, number four.
Well, I kind of worry about it.
Why?
Well, imagine that you promised you made a mistake, and you promised that you won't do it again. It will repeat it. It will repeat the history, but do it again. You're feeling disappointed. You're feeling desperate, frustrated. So you worry about it.
Okay. Okay. Mistakes are part of life. Okay. That's all I can say. We learn. Um, we learn from our mistakes. So I think all you can do is just to say, I'm sorry, it's gonna happen again, and you try your best to adjust. try your best to do better. But mistakes are part of life, and that is the reason why I always say to myself, Smith, all you need to do is to learn from your mistakes. Okay, that's all I always tell myself. Anytime I have an issue with my boss that maybe I had a mistakes, all I can do is to learn from my mistakes. Then I move on. So I don't
Yeah.
think you should be worried about mistakes. Oh, okay, but you should be worried. Okay, you should be worried about you trying to do better is the best thing you can ever do. Why you make a mistakes? Okay,
Mm.
do you understand?
All right, all right.
Number five.
Um, I guess around 14 to 16, around that age.
Why?
Well, 14, yeah, from 14 to 16, around mid school to high school. Actually, I think that many students already work at high school because you know they're far from home. High school, you have to move on to different school, and they far away from your home. Parents cannot just send your money or like take you to school because it's just far away. So you have to make your own. You have to work on. You have to make your own money.
Okay, that is
So
awesome.
so to start at high school or like your class 9, I guess maybe you should start work experience to know when you are at high school you can know what to do about it or like the schedule you organize it well.
Okay, that is pretty awesome. I think I think students should have work experience at the age of 18. I think the age of 18 now, yes, 18. That would be better. Okay, at the age of 18. That is the age. I will prefer students should have a work experience.
Come on,
Okay, choose
like
one of the below and the debating group. Okay, I want you to choose one of these statements for your homework.
all right. Oh, choose number one.
Okay, why did you choose number one?
It's easy to answer because like when you grow up, like 16, you move on to high school. I saw that many students at high school already work. They work
Okay,
very early.
okay, okay, that is pretty awesome. That's awesome. So now let's go to the next one now. Can you read and can you read the subtopic, please? You
Okay, you say so. Internet cafes, good for the dangerous. Current children go to internet cafes to play online computer games. Internet cafes are very popular, but are they good places for children to spend the time?
okay?
Well,
So what's your
well,
the cafe
internet.
a good place for children to spend their time? What do you have to say about that? Is
Well,
it a good place children to have fun?
Well, no, I don't really think so.
Why?
If you know that when you're college, your high school, students, students prove that they already grow, grow up, prevent like some actions that I think that really not really worth it and not just prove anything that they already grow up at internet cafes and just that internet cafes are public for everyone. So you don't know about what person or like uh, that person already or did that computer or like some suspicious actions. You don't know about it because it's public. You know who and who.
Okay. I think you're right. Okay, you're right. This is I think the cafe is a popular place, an open place for everybody, and the children might end up having to go to misuse the internet, like doing the illegal things, or sometimes um, the things children aren't supposed to do. So I think the internet cafe is dangerous for children. So dangerous for children. So now Korean children go to the internet cafes to play online computer games. Most of the time, students go there to play games. Some students go there to, do some other activities, some other things, because that is an internet cafe,
Okay.
and it's very popular. But not, I think, about are they good places for children to spend their time? No, children aren't supposed to spend their time at the internet cafe. Okay, okay, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. So now the next one is I want you to read before we answer the question. You need to read for you to understand what the question is talking about. So read.
Imagine you have some free time. You just have to go to internet cafe to play your favorite online game, computer game. You have 5,000 won in your pocket. How do you spend how do you want to spend your money?
Okay, explain how you want to spend your money and why do you want to spend it this way. Remember, you cannot spend more than 5,000 won. Okay, so how are you going to spend your money? How do you
Well,
intend to spend your 5,000 won?
well, first of all, as always, use 2001, or if you like, addictive, maybe you spend 1,001 to 1 hour play. Well, I
Okay,
recommend, but I recommend that 2,000, but whatever. Suffering, I guess, just spend one suffering, because
okay, got a 1,000, got a 500 for soft drink. Okay, what next?
well, chocolate,
Uh,
just, it
plates.
just, come on, come on, hold on,
Okay,
hold on.
5 plates.
Chocolate highly depends on your mood. Well, maybe like you're happy today or like just sad today, maybe.
Understand, okay, I understand. But we're talking about you in this person right now. You choose to spend an hour play, you choose a soft drink, and also you choose the chocolate. So we have a 2,000. We have a 3,000 left. So what else do you intend to do with the 3,000?
Well, instant noodles. I don't want that. Maybe I'll use all of my one left to buy some kimbap.
Pardon?
Uh, 3,001 on kimbap.
Wow,
Or like,
that is pretty.
or like, or like, if you like me, I'll just spend 2,001 on 1 hour on 2 hour play. If you can,
Okay, okay, okay. 2,000 on the play. 2 hours play. Okay, okay. What else? A
and
soft drink,
that's
right? What do you intend to spend on soft drink?
soft drink. I'll buy two of them.
Okay, two, which is 1,000. What else?
Um, a chocolate.
The chocolate. So how much are you gonna spend on chocolate?
Just one.
1,000 or 500.
500.
Okay, 500. Okay, we have a three five.
And
We have a 1 5 left. We have a 1,500 left.
you know what? I'll spend all left of my money on kebab.
Okay, so that is really awesome. That is pretty awesome. I think you choose wisely. You choose wisely, which is awesome.
All
Okay, now
right.
let's go to the next one is a warm-up question. We need to ask ourselves the question. Have you ever been to an internet cafe?
Well, I haven't. I haven't.
You haven't.
Yeah.
Why?
My mom told me that internet cafe is good for students like me.
Okay. Wow, I understand. I think your mom wants you to have a better atmosphere for you to be able to think. The internet cafe is dangerous for students and for children. I think your mom is a really, really, really better mom in the world, okay? Because it's only a good mom, a better mom that will choose the places the children would like to be. Adults, yeah? Number two, what do your parents think about the internet cafes? What do your parents think about internet cafes?
Well, my parents say that internet cafe is bad. Like internet cafe is public for everyone, so you
Dangerous.
don't know about
I
what people you don't
understand
you
because it's
don't know.
dangerous to students. Okay, the last one. Is it better to play computer games in an internet cafe or at home?
Well, to be honest, computer in internet cafe is much better than home, but super fraud at my home because it's privacy
Yes, I think
and
so.
it's
Yes,
perfect.
but it's dangerous
And no,
and it's
like
dangerous.
like play computer at home is privacy and it's personal, not like internet
Yeah, that's come.
cafe.
Okay, that is pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. I think you've improved your confidence while speaking, which I'm super happy. Okay, I'm super happy you've improved your confidence in speaking, and now I want you to try to improve better by speaking louder, and also I want you to try to express yourself better. Then your pronunciation also, we need to practice more on the pronunciation, which I'm super happy you have really improved. Okay, you have really improved. I'm super happy. So we need to call it a day now. My student is waiting right now. Okay, so I would love to see you again, and I want you to do your homework. Okay, make sure you do your homework. Okay.
All right.
Okay, that is all, sir. You did great today, okay? You did great today. So goodbye and see you next week.
See ya.